hope they get is that it's a call to action, right? I was very young in DC when I saw firsthand the power of a small NGO.
I'm very optimistic about the future because I'm lucky. Even though I'm in very difficult places, I get to be around some of the most strongest and driven, amazing people on the front lines. And, as long as they're still there, we're going to be okay.
The genesis of this project really starts with our director, Ron Howard. He had a relationship with Jose, had met him previously, and was really in awe of what Jose and World Central Kitchen were doing around the world, and started to nudge him a little bit to say, would you be interested in doing a documentary with us? And I think for Jose, what was really important for him is that the film wasn't all about Jose, but that it really focused and highlighted the volunteerism and the courage of the people who work with World Central Kitchen.
At the end, what we do is not something special. The only thing is, let's start cooking and let's start feeding.
I think what was surprising is just that he's a humble guy. I think he's willing to be wrong. I think he just wants end results. And I think what's really extraordinary in the film is that you see Jose go from a chef, a talented chef, an entrepreneur, to an activist, to kind of a lobbyist, an advocate in the end, really wanting to sort of push a change towards or for global food policy and food relief.
Yeah, the pandemic was a huge shift for us because of the scale of, we had to be in so many places at once. And we also shifted our model to not only cooking ourselves, but also activating restaurants around the country and having them feed their communities. In the process, keeping people employed, keeping staff working, keeping the restaurant in business, but also getting food to people that need it. And that model is now one that we're deploying all over the place, including in Ukraine right now.
We began responding to the pandemic in 2020, I will say the 31st of December of 2019, because in my brain I already was thinking, what's happening? Is this a big one? And we began learning what we are going to have to do if something happens. We were in Japan, in Yokohama, feeding the first cruise ship that showed up in a port out of China with COVID cases. Before we knew, we were in Auckland doing the same at the request of Governor Newsom. Why a group of chefs responding to a pandemic? Because actually, when you got experience taking care of cholera cases in Haiti and Mozambique, actually you were more prepared than maybe other people. I was so proud of the way we responded. How many restaurants, more than 4,000 we were able to put in our network, taking care of hospitals, taking care of elderly homes. And with the protocols to keep our teams and volunteers healthy, to keep the delivery people healthy, and more important, very often the elderly people receiving those meals that we had to be protecting. We developed in the early days, by March 25th, the protocols, the health protocols, of how to behave in the kitchens and in the delivery. At the end, we did at one moment 500,000 meals a day. At one moment, we were in the Navajo Nation when they were number one per capita COVID cases in the world. We were in India when we were in 17 cities in 95 hospitals during a few weeks, feeding every hospital because nobody was showing up to work. At the end, when people were staying home, I'm very proud that the Cooks of America did a step forward and said, we are going to keep everybody safe, but we have to keep everybody that needs our help fed. I think that was a big moment for us, and I think it's one that we will remember forever. It was a good experience, and it's getting us ready for more things that unfortunately may be coming in the future.
You have to put a lot of trust in somebody, right? When you open the door and let them capture everything. And we believe as an organization in radical transparency, right? As a nonprofit, we want everybody to know what we're doing. If people are donating money to us, $5 or $500, we want them to see that work happen, which is why we share so much of it on social media. And Jose's out there and we're out there. So, I think, but it's still, it's still a bit of a leap of faith. But we put that trust in Ron, and I'm glad we were able to capture, and also to take all this archival footage that we had shot previously and pull together this incredible story, because I hope it really is illuminating about the work and leaves people, inspired and driven, whether it's with food or other ways to support in their own communities.
I hope that people will get away from this documentary is that the power of we the people. When you believe in it, it's really nothing cannot accomplish. I think what people are going to get out of this movie is that when you think a problem is so big that overwhelms you and is bringing you down, actually, if you start looking at your right and your left and you start joining forces with others that maybe are feeling like you, but you look at the future, hopefully, and that horizon to say, nothing is going to stop me, I'm going to step up. In the worst moment of humanity, the best of humanity seems to always show up. I think that's what people are going to get out of the show, that everybody within themselves, even when you may not think highly of the talents you have, believe me when I tell you, everybody has a talent beyond what they even imagine. In my case, I just learned that the only thing I know how to do is cook. With a kitchen or without one. Just cook and feed it. I'm finding great way to do it. When you feed one person, then you say, can I feed two? When you feed two, can I feed four? Can I do 100? Can we do 2,000? Can we do 100? You see, at the end of the day, everybody's going to find within them, after they watch this movie, that they do have a talent in a way they never thought about using it.